John, how you doing? He's sitting there looking at the Father, and the Father was telling him everything he needed to know. But he was seeing John. He was talking to John. He was looking into two worlds. Remember this, God is not a respecter of persons. If Jesus could do it, you can do it. Excuse me. Let me get set up here. Now, how are you going to understand this? Man was created and is a spirit. You are a spirit. You're just as much a spirit as all these people. Oh, you better beware of all them devils out there. Devils are spirits. Devils see your spirit. They got eyes to see in the spiritual realm. They know who Joseph is. Not because of looking at Joseph and he's well dressed, got a black shirt on and a nice tie and looks good. That's not what they're seeing. They see his spirit with the blood and seal of Jesus Christ on his spirit. That's what they say. And they are committed to do everything they can to destroy Joseph and everybody else with that seal. Now here's what everybody gets all bent out of shape and don't start looking for devils. All Joseph's got to do is get behind me, Satan. I plead the blood. That's the end of it. There's no warring with the devil. In fact, did you realize that if you war with the devil, you're going to lose the war? And here's why. Here's why. Jesus has won that war, and you do not have the right or the authority to fight that war again. The only battle that me and you're fighting is that this soul, which is our head, our emotions, mentality, has dual citizenship, and there is a battle going on between this fleshly world and that spiritual world. And me and you have to fight a battle of either putting the Word in our soul or the world into our soul. If the Word of God goes in you, you will win that battle. If NCIS and don't get mad at me because I like to watch it too. If that's all you're putting in your brain, you're going to lose the battle against the devil. But that soul, where that battle's going on, is where you decide whether you walk in the spirit realm or the physical realm. So we are spirit. We have a fleshly body. And we have a soul, which is the mind, will, and emotion. The soul is the mind, will, and emotion of man. Now something happened. I'm basing this on a teaching of Kenneth E. Hagin decades ago, and it changed my life. I was a good, not Baptist, good Methodist boy. I never heard nothing like this. If I'd have heard what I've been talking about today, back in 1973, I looked at you like you're crazy. Never heard nothing like that. But I got a hold of this teaching, Brother Hagin started teaching it. One day, I questioned the Lord and said, is this real? And all of a sudden, I physically came to the realization. It became alive. I don't know really how to explain it, what word to explain it. But I stood there, and my soul, my body, and my spirit were present, and I could sense all three of them at one time. That was pretty good confirmation that the teaching was real. Now here's what may blow your mind. I've had that happen to me a number of times. So if you have a problem with what I'm teaching tonight, ask the Lord to let you experience your body, soul, and spirit. Because you are a tribune, and that's not a biblical word. But you are a tribune just like the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And you can feel that. You can experience it. Now, this body, and this goes back to the teachings of the courts, this body has not been redeemed. Your spirit has been redeemed, and it was redeemed one time. A seal of the blood was put on you, and that is over with. Your spirit, as long as you follow the Lord and choose to walk with God, devil cannot deal with your spirit. He cannot touch your spirit. You're sitting in heavenly places with the Father. But this body, just like Jesus, is down on this earth, and it's corruptible. It's going to die. You're going to hurt your foot. You're going to have sore throats. You're created with a sex drive. That's a drive that you turn on, you can't really turn it off. You got to deal with it then. Here in America, we got to deal with overeating. It's a drive that we cranked up. We've got plenty of food, as you can tell. You got to deal with it. Why? Because if this body had been redeemed, it'd be glorified right now, and Keith would be skinny, wearing skinny jeans. You see? This body's not been redeemed. That's why when we talk about bloodline curses, don't have anything to do with the spirit man. Has to do with the door being open for the devil to have the right to attack this physical body. You notice when Jesus went out into the wilderness, he got attacked. That attack was through the power of suggestion, through his mind to his soul. Now, here's the thing about Jesus and what he had over us. Jesus wasn't having to hear the word because he was the word. And all he had to do is say, "Get behind me, or get behind me, Satan." And Satan had to get behind him. Now, me and you're battling in the soul. So if we have to battle this fight in our soul. So to get to his place where he was at in the wilderness, we've got to put the word in us. And once we get the word in us, then we have faith. We're under the blood, and when we say, "Get behind me, Satan," he's got to get behind you. But he still has the right to attack this body with something else every day if he wants to. Now, we can bring protections down from on high. Brother Hagin walked, I think, 40-something years in divine health. Lord told him the day he was going to take him off the earth. Now, that's the way to go, guys. You see, we don't supposed to die from cancer and all this stuff. We're promised a certain number of years, and the way me and you are supposed to leave this earth is we'll either be standing up and the Lord will take the breath out of us, or we'll be asleep one night and we'll go to be with Jesus. There'll be no pain, no suffering, anything. Wigglesworth was standing next to a potbelly stove, warming his hands, getting ready to preach, when the Lord took him off the earth. He was in the middle of a conversation about the Bible, and he went to be with the Lord. That's the way you go. You don't have to suffer. But you see, Wigglesworth, and here's where everybody misses it about Brother Wigglesworth. Every 4 hours, he would sit down and he would read the Bible. Every 4 hours. He filled his soul up with the Word so that he could do the battle to win and redeem this body. We have, through the Word, the right to redeem this body, but it's only a temporary redemption on the earth, because this body